ladies. Happy Friday. Hard to believe we are done with February next Thursday. We're just plugging away at those days. I have just a couple updates for you this week. Some pretty important ones, but just a couple updates. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first is temporary zeros. I sent out a webmail this morning about this, but in case you didn't get to read that one and are listening to this first, if you're looking at your students' grades and wondering what in the world happened, I took last night and this morning and I went through and I updated grade books to show where overdue lessons are. I placed temporary zeros in there. The reason we do this is to show and have an accurate picture of where the student is as far as the grades go, but also their lesson completion. So, and some of you might have thought, well, they didn't have too many overdue lessons, that really dropped. Remember for our grades that students' quizzes, tests, and their portfolios are bigger parts of their grades. So if it was a unit test your student is behind on, like they hadn't done a unit test and they should have, and that's the overdue lesson, a temporary zero there is going to be a big change. But please remember, they are not permanent. As your student completes those overdue lessons and takes those assessments, the temporary zeros will be replaced with their actual score, and we'll see an improvement in their grades. I am going to be doing this every 2 weeks, at the end of every 2 weeks, this semester. It's not something I did last semester, but it's really important, especially as we are going to be at the end of the school year very quickly, and I would like all of us to have a very accurate picture of where your child stands, and both in their grades and lesson completion. So every 2 weeks I will be doing that. I'll send out a webmail reminder each morning that I do it, but do understand that will be there. The second announcement is March check-in. So March starts next Friday already, and some of you might be thinking, oh man, we just did February. Well, March is going to be here and it's going to be gone very quickly. But most important is April is going to be a crazy month because there are PSSA and Keystone tests all across the state happening for our kids in grades 3 through 12. And you might have a student in that grade that you're going to be getting around to those testing sites, and teachers are also going to be at testing sites on occasion to proctor those exams. So April is probably not going to be a month that we will be checking in. So the plan is to get them on the calendar and booked early in March, so we're not crunched at the end of the month, but also March is going to count for March and April. I do want to let you know that I will be doing a different math assessment with your student during our check-in. So check-ins are probably going to take between 20 and 30 minutes, depending on how long the new math assessment takes for the check-in. So if you could look at my You Can Book Me site and get your student's check-in on the calendar, or on my calendar, that would be fabulous. And I'm hoping to have some time starting next Friday. I will send a webmail and let you know if there is. Otherwise, we'll start on the 4th, which is Monday. And then we wouldn't have another check until May then, and it will be the last one. So 2 more check-ins this year, that is all. And if you want to go and book Marches and April, or Marches and May, go for it. I'm fine with that. The last announcement is for our science. Some of you have, your students might see that they have a science lab that is on their planner for today, and I've been pretty diligent this semester about doing portfolios in class. This lab cannot be done in class because it's being done over a period of time. The students are being asked to go out and track the moon and how it changes over a certain period of time, which is not something I can have them do in live lesson. So that is something that will need to be printed out and completed, if you could please, and then submit that as necessary. And while I would love to work with them, I can't. So the plan is for the next portfolio to be happening in live lesson in science, and I believe that is going to be on March 5th as of right now, according to planners. So the lab that is on your student's planner will need to be completed independently with you at home, okay? If your student has not done a February check-in, or you're not sure if your student has done a February check-in, please feel free to reach out to me. If you have any questions about anything, reach out to me. You can webmail me. You can call my 717 number that is in the signature of all of my webmails. That number also receives text messages, and you can also snag me in live lesson if you need to. You can just have your kiddo message me in our super secret chat pod that you do have a question, and we'll hang out afterwards. I hope you guys have a great weekend. No snow in my forecast here in Pennsylvania this weekend, so that's always a plus. I hope you stay safe, and to see everyone on Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.